Hey guys, People Close Gamers back to Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 7, Invasion. So this is the fourth and final night of this whole CW crossover here, like Flash and Arrow. This episode also called Invasion, which is just continuing with our theme, I guess, of heroes versus aliens. We're continuing to fight the Dominators, which we haven't really fought much. Last time we checked in Legends, Stein was kind of getting some visions. We've been going after Dark and Reverse Flash. In the crossover, the last time was really a tribute to Arrow, but we had them discover that the Dominators are, of course, making some kind of weapon that's on course for Earth. So I assume we're going to get our big, climactic battle in this episode. I assume Nate and Amaya will also be more of a part of this, and hopefully we'll get more kind of Supergirl interactions with the rest of our heroes. So I don't really have much more to say on this, guys, so I'm super excited for it. So without further ado, here we go. Now, the last time, I didn't even notice this. Someone pointed this out to me. It's the Hall of Justice, guys. Hall of Justice.
Man, I wish they would just send us an IM with a questionnaire.
Okay. Don't exactly agree with you, Oliver. I get the whole kind of alien thing there, but to me, maybe just personally to me, very cool title, as always. Very vague kind of description there of why you don't want Supergirl around there, Oliver. Oh my god, stop, guys, stop. They're too much. Oh, this is awkward, because he doesn't know her at all, even though it's his daughter for the last 30 years. I mean, does she know he's Firestorm? Because otherwise, if she does, then that could be an easy explanation. His wife knows, so wonder how they're going to go about this.
Oh, for real? You gonna use Princess Bride against me?
Yeah, he did. It took all these seasons just to get something where Felicity can kind of shut up for a moment and talk gibberish. This outfit still is, come on. Yeah, I think so. I think we found the aliens, right? The area where they're all running at us and the huge ship is shooting at us above, I don't know. I think we found them. But cool there. The opening here. The one thing I just don't understand, maybe it's just me and you guys can let me know down below, is that I don't really like Oliver's kind of argument there of like, he's drawing the line at, I guess aliens are hard for him to understand, and he's pushing back because that's what he knows, but then he doesn't want to work more with an alien who, as Carr pointed out, is your biggest weapon. Like, I don't know, that just seems like kind of flawed logic when the Earth is at stake. Don't really like that scene in particular. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. The whole Stein not knowing his daughter thing, I think it's a very interesting kind of storyline they're going with. Eventually, he's going to have to tell her. And the Cisco thing, I know it's annoyed a lot of people. It's starting to get to me a little bit of annoying me in the sense of just like, all right, we get it. Like, you're mad at Barry. I understand Barry basically in some way killed your brother. That's true, but it's time to get over it now. Yeah, they are big and scary, man. Really strong, too.
Doing that, he ended up destroying mine.
It is true. He does make a fair point. He does. Ah, maybe they don't like fire. There we go. Get a steel punch. That was easy. A lot easier than I thought.
I'm going to restore the timeline.
The way it was.
Unlike your friend Barry, I have the luxury of fixing my mistakes.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that, Martin. I understand it's a time aberration, but what's done is done now. And this one ended up being a good thing. You got closer with your wife and you made a child. That's supposed to be something beautiful, not bad.
All about it.
Great.
When you wake up.
Not like the U.S. government fucking up things that they have no idea about anything whatsoever and coming in to fuck shit up. I don't agree with Martin wanting to erase it. I understand he doesn't know her. It is a time aberration, but it's a good one. We finally have a good time aberration. Let's just keep it. Why not? It's something that you'll probably end up loving because it's your daughter and she seems intelligent and she's smart, and also she's pretty, she's nice, she seems totally normal and good and not evil. Like, those are good things to have, obviously. Like, try to just get to know her.
Razor's to stun.
Oh my god.
With their powers.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't the 1950s have this kind of tech? I like the dark visor now. It's cooler. Kill you. Yep. Yep. Knew that was coming. Are you in bed with the Dominators? That would seem to make the most sense. Yay. Okay. Well, that makes the most sense. A dick in the past, he's a dick in the present. Really? You're gonna really shoot them, huh? That's cool. Is he gonna shoot him? Wow. Barry, I hope you didn't just aim that at his heart, man. That'd be pretty ruthless, man. I mean, these guys are superheroes. Like, does the government not know that? Like, you weren't gonna easily just be able to take them out with regular agents. Nice shot, Oliver. Good work. That probably severed some tendons.
You don't understand.
You're the reason they're here. So now, does that guy have the knowledge of his past self now that the legends have interfered with that? Who knows? Did you come through? Yes. Good work. That was the best tech support ever. Okay, so, question. Understandable what Barry did, right? But you can't forgive him, but you can be kind to an alien? Really weird. Maybe this one alien, this one Dominator, could tell the other Dominators in the 50s not to come attack in 2016 because we show compassion. Maybe that's just wishful thinking.
I felt like an alien pen pal.
That's first. You did, Mr. Allen.
Oh, that ain't good.
They will leave us in peace.
Damn, that's a rough decision for everyone to make, including Barry.
Here's your chance.
Yeah, Barry? God damn, man! That's way to drop a bomb on a CW universe. Obviously, I don't think Barry's going anywhere, but damn, man, that's a tough choice. That, yeah, you technically are being a true hero that's saving the planet, and it's Barry. So they were able to detect that Barry changed time? How far away do they live? So they kidnapped humans, but then they still came to a truce? Like, how did that work out? Also, like, did the stuff that the Legends just did in 1951, does this guy now remember that as his younger self? Or is that a different timeline? Or, like, there's a lot of confusing things going on, like, because then that means he would have met some of the Legends beforehand and blah, 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 as we just saw. So I wonder how all this stuff is going to work out here. The scene I don't like is I understand Cisco saying, hey, let's show we're different, be compassionate to aliens, right? But these are aliens abducting our soldiers and possibly attacking the planet, right? Because they see us as a threat. You're willing to show compassion to them and kind of forgive them, but not Barry, who, yes, did a bad thing, a stupid thing, but he's your best friend. Like, come on. Hey, what's up, Dominator? A little bit of Skype. Solid. Solid. Great. Awesome. Why wouldn't it destroy all the metahumans? This is like X-Men all over again. Yeah, this is like an Independence Day. They're going all over the major cities of the world, aren't they?
Your planet becomes the scourge of our...
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you, Mr. Dominator. We're not looking to destroy your planet. Yeah, how does it feel, Cisco? Feel like a little bit of a hypocrite?
I just wanted to make things right.
Right. So did Barry. He was in grief. He didn't mean to fuck up.
We ended up making them worse.
Right. Realization, baby? Redemption for Cisco? Maybe?
Daddy don't love her.
That's such a good point, Caitlin, but, you know, his daughter needs to get it together. It's not just about you right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I like when these characters have conversations with each other about something else,
Why are you looking at me like that?
and they have a breakthrough.
We're home safe.
Cisco, gotta come through, bro. Gotta come through. The homie needs you. They're with you, Barry. I understand, though. He's trying to be noble, but you better have a good plan.
It's actually pretty inspiring. Me,
Cisco, your friend?
you're my friend.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, guys.
There we go. It only took an alien invasion for Cisco to come around. There we go is right, Oliver. Alright, well, I guess with the fate of the world on the line, I'm glad that Cisco seemingly came around there, coupled with also his experience there in 1951 or so, of him changing time and trying to understand that. Hopefully there's more conversation there as well. And so I didn't like that. I didn't like how Barry gives the speech that he's going to leave, and then immediately, like 10 seconds later, they're like, oh, you can't leave. And Barry's like, oh, that's pretty inspiring. And it's just like, well, I would have liked that to be a little bit longer, like we go to commercial break and then they talk him out of it or something. But I understand you're pressed for time. You want to get to the battle here. I do hope, though, that Stein tells his daughter what the hell's going on, because it's going to be pretty hard to learn 30-something years, 20-something years of her life just by trying to talk to her. That's going to be pretty hard to fill in those pieces.
Is that if we activate the weapons before all the devices are placed on the Dominators,
of course,
they'll know what we're up to.
Great.
We can do it fast.
Yeah. Hey, we got the Flash, so get to it, Barry. The fight in this remote parking garage roof. Why wouldn't it be? That's cool. The two of them working back to back. I like that. There you go. Car is in on the scene. Cool, elephant, I love it. Run people over, stampede. This guy's not feeling your arrows, Oliver. Show him your fists. Shit. Thank you, Kara. Yeah, Oliver, maybe you'll get your shit together. A thank you is in order. Yeah, you get a head nod. I guess that's good enough, Kara. Yeah, she's quick, she can fly. Come on, she can do it. Barry, you can take care of North America where you could run to.
Supergirl and Flash.
Yeah, that's what she meant. What's he gonna do? Oh, transmutated? Cool. Water. Damn, man. Look at that. Where would you be, Oliver, without Supergirl?
Let me know. Done.
Did it work? Alright, well, we got those aliens. We gotta get rid of the bomb. Stein, talk him into it.
Her name is Lily, and she's counting on you. She's counting on both of us.
There you go. Come on, Jax. Yes, water. That's what I said. Good work. Firestorm to the rescue. Yeah, he did. Oh, yeah. Good work. Captain Lance, everyone on the ground. Good work. Yeah, get out of here. Retreat home. Be scared.
It's not just them.
Of course. They saw what we did in the U.S. and they're like, wow, we just have to abandon the rest of the earth because we didn't have another bomb. That was the only one we had.
No, Oliver.
We all did it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we all did. That outfit's still ridiculous, but we did it. Good job, everyone. That is an awesome shot. I love it. Oh my god. I can't believe, even in 2016, we were still able to do a 4-night crossover of CW shows all over the networks with aliens, with CGI aliens. Like, that's amazing. I like that Kara saved Oliver. He better give her more than a head nod. There better be a thank you coming in there. Hopefully I get a Cisco Barry scene again. I would like to see that. And it was just really great to see Firestorm's transmutate something, especially that big. He is one of the more powerful members on the team, especially one on this Earth, since Supergirl's not on our Earth. And I also want to see a scene between Stein and his daughter, and maybe explaining that. So, really liking this episode.
Just where she really are.
She gonna agree?
She's hot.
Yeah.
No, that
You had to check with Sarah to make sure. Why did Kara have a change of clothes? Who gave her clothes?
She really kind of looks like my cousin.
Oh my god. Really? Really? That's the Superman joke we're gonna make? Good job, CW.
You are Earth's mightiest heroes.
Yeah, that's an Avengers line right there.
I owe you an apology.
Yeah, you do.
Just thinking my Earth could use an Oliver Queen.
Nah, it's too sunny over there for him.
Only group hug.
No, you don't like hugs. That's nice.
Hey, for our universe anytime you need to.
Cool. Cool, make her feel right at home.
I also included communication functionality, so if you ever need any help, you can always contact the team.
Hey, Skirt.
Cool.
Go away.
Don't call him. Don't call him, Kara. No. You want to stay away from that.
Explain such matters to you, Jefferson. neglecting Clarissa.
Yeah, loving your wife more, and he took it literally.
Flies all the way to Pound Town.
Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, he did, Jack. I mean, come on, you can tell the team. I think they'll be okay with it. Sarah keeps trying to bring back Laurel. Damn, Kara. You don't even live on this earth and you're schooling our people. Good work. Hey, it works. No surprise. Bye, Kara. Fun having you. We wouldn't have won without you.
Started with the two of us.
That is true.
Do you think what it would be like?
I didn't even think of that.
Got on-
Give you new... Yeah, there you go. Nice. Give you kind of new energy to move forward.
Stay in a job.
That ain't gonna happen. For either of you. I like that. That was a good scene between her and Oliver.
One of the best men I know.
There you go. Getting that approval from John Diggle. It's a big deal.
We're gonna do this more often. Get together. I mean,
Not fight
I
aliens.
meant like without the world.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
What would we do?
That is true. You both would be pretty lost without your superpower. Especially Barry doesn't have a job now.
The first time was a tough. The second time. No witnesses the second time.
Cheers to that.
I think for.
Exactly. Time to move forward, boys. Move forward, accept the mistakes you've made, accept you're going to make more,
This is Jared Padawan.
and keep trying to save the world and save people. That's what you got to do now. Alright guys, so that was my reaction there to Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 7, Invasion. This was the final night, the 4th night of our CW crossover here. And I really enjoyed the episode. Yeah, I would have liked more action and more fighting with the Dominators. We didn't really get a lot of them. I guess we got most of their exposition in this episode. But overall, we didn't get a lot of them or of fighting them actually, like one-on-one. It was really just that scene there. I do understand it, mostly because you had to deal with Arrow 100. Supergirl was a mid-season finale, so you only had a little bit of the crossover at the end. And you also had a case of probably money. There's a lot of money that probably got dumped into this crossover. I think overall they did a great job. I think the CGI for all CGI aliens, probably for the most part, maybe they were mo-capped, but it was probably all CGI. You know, doing Barry's powers, Kara's powers, Firestorm's powers, Steel's powers, you know, even Oliver's arrows are CGI. Like, it's a lot of shit. So I think they did a great job, and I definitely want to commend them on that. Overall, as a crossover, liked it. I'll get more into what I thought about it here in the main points. So jumping into the main points, I'm going to go with 5. And I kind of struggled with what I want to pick because there's a lot of little moments in this episode that are all going to reverberate, I guess, through the multiverse in a way and, you know, go throughout our shows here. So I guess the first one I want to deal with very briefly is Oliver and Kara. I think that's an interesting relationship that I was hoping to see if they would touch on that, and they did in this episode. I'll kind of give what I felt about that. I think the second main point is Cisco's device, this thing that he gave to Kara now, where she could jump between universes, you know, at least come between these two back and forth from Earth 38 to the Prime Earth here. What does that mean going forward? I think is a pretty interesting thing. I think the third main point is Stein's daughter and what that means going forward, what it means for him not telling the team, the Legends team, and how that could turn out really, really bad. The fourth main point is moving forward. We have several characters in this episode, a Cisco, a Barry, and Oliver, hopefully moving forward. Not like they're, you know, ever going to have setbacks again in their life and never going to be sad again or something, especially if someone's killed. But they're trying to move forward from their past. And I would say the fifth main point of the episode is not so much just the episode, it's overall. It's an overall assessment of the crossover is what I would call it, and kind of comparing it to the last 2 crossovers of the last 2 years. So starting with the first main point, there's not a ton to say here with Oliver and Kara. I like the dynamic. I like that the two of them got together. I thought at the beginning, the whole reason why he was keeping Kara in the dark and keeping her as a cold shoulder, like in the Flash episode, made sense. That's how Oliver is. He put her at arm's length, said, you know, don't go easy on me. And, you know, typical Oliver. He's kind of Batman in that way. This show has made him totally fine. In this episode, didn't really make any sense. I thought it was kind of in my opinion, a forced conflict. I thought it was just kind of there to be there and have a conflict between the two of them. I think that they could have written that a lot better. I'm not a television show writer, obviously, but So I don't know exactly what I would have done there, but I think it could have definitely been stronger. I do like the wrap up there at the end because obviously he had to wrap it up in the same episode of him apologizing. He gave the head nod when she saved him, which he owed her a lot more than that. With the apology, the cool group hug was kind of cute, especially that Oliver hates that kind of shit that we saw last year in the... I think it was the Arrow episode, yeah, when Barry hugged him. He's like, I'm fast enough to hug you, so without you knowing, so just let me do it anyway. So that was a cool moment. Really enjoyed that. I want to see more going forward. I kind of want next time some of our heroes, maybe just Barry and Oliver, jump over, and maybe Cisco too, or Felicity, because I kind of really want, especially Cisco, to meet Wynn, but maybe jump over to Kara's universe and kind of get to know them. I think that's the next step. I think there's a musical crossover episode. I think it's the only other crossover episode the rest of these seasons. I'm assuming it's going to be once again Kara coming over here. I don't know how or why. Is the villain Music Meister? Have no idea. But it would be nice if they went over there. That kind of transitions nicely into the second main point, which is Cisco's device here. Again, not a lot to touch on, but I was hoping that he gave her something, because he was the most likely person to create something, to come back and forth to make it, okay, they're not on the same Earth, right? Because you had Superman and it's almost impossible to explain. I thought maybe they'd do like more of a Crisis on Infinite Earths. They kind of touched on it a little bit with some Easter eggs, I guess, last season finale against Zoom. But I thought they were going to do more like the Earths maybe collapse on each other and then she was permanently there and stuff. But I guess that's maybe too complicated for TV, probably budget-wise, and maybe just for casual viewers that are not like maybe me or you out there who read comic books. You know, let me know down below if, you know, you don't really read comic books, would maybe that have been too much of a stretch for you, kind of merging Earths together. But I like the way they did that there. They need to make those Earths and the shows more cohesive and have those characters interact more, not just once a year. Even, you know, Barry explained to Oliver there at the end of like, hey, we have to do this more often, not when the world's a threat and stuff like that. So just like them, I know it's hard, but they all do film in Vancouver now, you know, just get them together a little bit. Maybe like one of them's having dinner with the other one at the beginning of the episode, and Barry goes, oh shit, it's Caitlin calling me, I gotta go. And like just have like little moments to make them feel like they're more friends. Or even a case where they were doing a lot in season 1 of The Flash and season 3 Arrow, where like, oh, I just talked to Caitlin, or I just talked to Cisco on the phone, like Felicity would always do that. Like even have something like that to make it seem like they're more on the same Earth, in the same universe. Even with Kara, I want her to come back more, especially now that Cisco could go over there and he hopefully gets it down, perfects it more. Now Kara could come back and communicate as well. So I think that could be an interesting thing going forward. Third main point of the episode is Stein's daughter. I think her name was Lily, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong down below. I'll probably hear it when I edit. I like her. I think she's a cool character. I think there's a lot to explore there. I have a lot of questions of like, his wife knew that he was a legend, right? And, you know, he was a superhero, he was Firestorm. We're assuming even though the timeline's been changed, she still remembers that. So, theoretically, to explain to your kid where Stein has been, where your father has been, you would assume that she knows that he's Firestorm, right? That would make the most sense. They were working on the alien thing together, blah, blah, blah. She just doesn't know that Stein is not aware that she existed beforehand. I do like that she's staying around. I disagree, and it's just basically to create CW drama. Why not tell the rest of the team? Obviously, he told Jax because they have the psychic connection, so he would have found that anyway. But why not tell the rest of the team? I don't think it's a case where it's like, oh, Sarah, you're trying to kill Dark to bring back your sister. That's too much of a time aberration. Stein accidentally did this. They didn't mean to run into his former self. You could argue that a lot of those problems were caused by the mistakes that they made in the past, Sarah, you know, with Dark. So it wasn't really his fault. He was just saying, hey, you know, to his younger self, treat our wife better. And that's a weird thing to say, but treat Clarissa better. And it just ended up that he took it literally, like Jack said, brought her to Pound Town, and they made a child. And like, it's not really a horrible thing. She didn't turn out to be a supervillain. She's not a metahuman. She's just a regular person who's extremely smart and went to MIT. Like, is it really bad to tell the team Because now if you hide that, I think it's going to get worse and you're going to have conflict with the team and maybe they'll try to go back and change it and blah, blah, blah. So that's an interesting storyline going forward. I like that we're giving this little extra spin to Stein and his family here, and that we finally, in a way, so far, have seen a time aberration that was positive. That ended up actually just kind of being a beautiful thing, that he had a child, and maybe one he never knew he wanted, but now he has one. So I think it's a stupid decision not to tell the team. We'll see how that goes going forward. Probably not well. The fourth main point is moving forward. So we have a couple characters in this episode moving forward. We have Cisco moving forward. Finally, I wasn't like a lot of the people that was like, oh, you know, he's being a little bitch, and I saw a few people online, I think Akasan was one of the people, he started like the fuck Cisco hashtag and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of a little childish, in my opinion, of just like, why is everyone hating on him? I understand he is being a little bit of a whiny bitch. I get it. I'm not naive to that. What I'm saying is, picture this was your sibling, right? Yes, Dante could have died anyway in the normal timeline by a drunk driver or however it was, but he didn't. He was alive. They were becoming closer once again. You know, after we saw in season 2, meeting his doppelganger and stuff like that, Barry, even though indirectly, killed him. Yes, Barry did it out of grief, not kill Cisco's brother, but saved his parents, and it inadvertently, he didn't mean to, the timeline was affected and it killed his brother. Not Barry's fault in that way at all. However, Barry still did a selfish thing that ended up fucking over Cisco's family. And if that was your sibling, if anyone has a brother or sister out there, or even a parent, that would piss you off. And you would be like, dude, we've been so close for over 2 years. You just explained this Flashpoint thing. We all just got over that. And then like, oh, my brother was alive in that other universe. You would be pissed. Maybe it wasn't the right thing for him to be like a little bitch at work, especially when the world is at stake. That I totally concede. I'm just saying that I have to defend Cisco and my, you know, just my feelings a little bit, just because I think the arc he had hasn't been great, but I do understand it. However, I do like that. Yes, it took Barry almost sacrificing himself, but Cisco came around. He's forgiving him. They're moving forward. They're working together. And I think there'll be more to the two of them working together going forward and having to rebuild that relationship. But kind of like earlier in the season when he was just rebuilding it after the first time where he wouldn't, you know, Cisco was mad at him for not going back in the first place and saving him. Now he's been even more mad. But I like that we're getting through the storyline. They're going to repair that relationship. We'll get back to fun Cisco. But I do understand what they were trying to do. It was a little annoying at times, but fine. We had Oliver moving forward in this crossover and in this episode. You know, with last episode of Arrow, episode 100, that I thought was handled extremely well, and many people thought that. And let me know if you thought that down below. Thought it was handled beautifully. Oliver has... Not even arguably. I mean, he has had the most loss in the CW universe. Now, yes, he's in his 5th season, so he's been around a lot longer. He was also tortured and went through a whole bunch of other stuff 5 years before that. So Oliver's had about 10 years of suffering. He was, out of Supergirl or Barry or any of the Legends, he was the most well off in terms of money and having not a care in the world. Being kind of a rich loser in a way, and punching paparazzi and getting drunk and DUIs and all this kind of stuff, he's come around and grown so much. But he's lost so much. You know, he's lost Shadow in the past. He lost Sarah a couple times before she was back. He's lost Laurel. He's lost Tommy. He's lost his father, his mother. Like, I mean, he's lost so many people. He lost Tiana. He lost probably other people I'm not even thinking of. I mean, I don't like season 3's flashbacks, but he still had to watch that kid Akio die. Like, you know, he's gone through a lot of loss. And, you know, even though Slade turned against him, he did lose a good friend, one of his best friends, before he went all crazy with the Mirakuru. Oliver's lost a lot. He's not saved a lot of people because he couldn't. He's suffered a lot, both physically and mentally. Even though I have not liked the Elicity stuff, that was still a rough trial, basically, he had to go through. If they were supposed to be married and then Felicity was a bitch. Like, he's gone through a lot of shit. He's made mistakes, but I thought Arrow handled that really well. And I like in this episode that, even though I felt the little car thing was forced, that he's moving forward on accepting that, hey, you know, speaking of John, I thought that was a great conversation. Our lives aren't fucking normal. I mean, they're not, and they're never going to be. You know, Barry kind of fucked that up. Metahumans, there's aliens, there's other Earths. We just kind of have to accept this. Move forward, be the best heroes we can be, and protect the world, protect people. That's what we're here for. So I think that's a huge, hopefully, point for Oliver moving forward. Not going to say that he's not going to have setbacks, because he will. You know, he's fighting Prometheus, and he's going to be fighting villains, and people are going to die, unfortunately. But I think him not dwelling on the past, almost like Barry did it just before Barry's dad was murdered last season, right? Barry was finally moving forward with his mother's death, right? Now maybe Oliver can get to that point, and Barry can, you know, I want Oliver still to remember the dead. I want them to definitely mention the dead more, because sometimes it's like they never mention them. That's why it was so great to see Moira and Robert back. But I want Oliver maybe to, he holds the weight of the world as all these heroes do on their shoulders. Just try to forgive yourself a little more and accept the reality you're in. And I'd say the same advice for Barry. You know, it's revealed in this episode that he's really the cause of the Dominators thing, which is just compounding onto this poor bastard of one mistake he made that changed everything and put everyone at risk, the whole planet. But I like that he's trying to move forward. He's trying to be a better man, trying to repair his relationship with Cisco, and you know, he's gonna have his hands full with Savitar and alchemy and all that kind of stuff. But he's trying to understand that I made this one mistake. I'm not going to make it again. I'm going to try my best to not go back in time and change anything. And I really did like seeing our characters here move forward. Even John, you know, Diggle kind of just accepting, like, this is how it's going to be, accepting that his kid changed from Sarah to baby John. Sarah maybe will be a little bit tamer. Not that she's not going to be mad at Damien Dark and want to kill him, but maybe she'll try to understand that more, to not risk, you know, time aberrations. So hopefully a lot of our characters here will be moving forward. And then the fifth main point of the episode that I wanted to just touch on is just the overall crossover assessment. It's not going to be a long point here. This is really our third year. We had the Flash Supergirl crossover for one episode last season. We've had here and there. Oliver came into the penultimate episode of season 1 of the Flash. Barry then came in the next week into Oliver's finale episode. We've had crossovers here and there, but the big crossover event. So I thought the first one was great because it was, you know, Barry and Oliver on screen. This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening on TV. But otherwise, it was two kind of separate stories that were both, they were okay when you really look back at them. I don't think they hold up now if you watch them a couple years later. But they served the purpose for those two characters meeting for the same time, you know, at the same time on screen. And it kind of set the precedent going forward. So I do appreciate that. Then, you know, yeah, last year's where there was some great moments and stuff like that, but, you know, with Vandal Savage and stuff like that, but there was unclear things of, like, why did Malcolm put his ashes in a jar? I thought that was going to be a huge point to how he comes back. That was never explained again. Is he just sitting there on Malcolm's shelf, wherever the hell he is now? So I thought that was weird. There was some crazy moments of, like, Oliver and everyone dying and Barry running back in time, but the overall, like, them making the Avengers joke of, like, being at the farmhouse and being away from the cities and, like, they were in each other's cities, and kind of some of the jokes there didn't land. It was also a launching point for Legends, so there was a lot of shit, the stuff in there, you know, in learning 3 new characters and Savage and the 2 Hawks. So overall, it I think holds up better a year later than the first crossover. However, it's still kind of a jumbled mess if you really look at it. This crossover, again, has its highs and its lows. I think its highest peaks are so much miles better than its lowest lows. There are slow points. There are more action. I want with the aliens and just more action in general, more interactions between characters, definitely. But I do understand that you have limited time. This was probably immensely hard to pull off. If you see some of the behind the scenes, there'll probably be so much more that comes out after these seasons are over. So I do commend everyone, the actors, the crew members, the directors, everyone that got this together, the CW executives even. Great job. I hope you guys do it again next season. I think you will if all these shows stay around. And I thought it was a great job. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. If I had to rank the crossovers, I think this is my highest one. I think it goes from this one to the Legends one to the first one in terms of best to worst. Episode-wise, it's hard for me to say, because I love that Supergirl episode. I thought the Arrow episode was a great tribute. So those were two of the lesser crossover episodes. And then the Flash Legends were just so much fun. So I kind of love them all in their own different ways. So I really like that. I guess other little points, it's interesting, I guess, going forward here, if we see this president more. At first I thought it was the same actress, and correct me if I'm wrong down below, I thought at first it was the same actress that played that senator in Supergirl season 1, but upon looking at it, I don't think so, but they do look similar. So the president really did die. I thought maybe that was a hologram, or it wasn't really him, or something, like the aliens were trying to trick them. No, that really was him. They just assassinated the president. I feel like that should be bigger news. Maybe that will be storylines going forward. Maybe not. But interesting that we have another female president. I assume people online will be like, oh, these social justice warriors, there's another female president. It's like, get over yourself. So, like, that will be annoying probably to see, especially in YouTube comments. But I really hope that they mention that, because assassinating the president, aliens doing it, pretty big deal. It's getting a little bit too far for me in the sense of Sarah saying every single girl is hot. I love it and I laugh and it's funny. However, the Kara thing made sense. Saying it with the president, not really. I understand, Sarah is very open, especially the White Canary now with her sexuality, and she's bi and stuff like that. I get it. But maybe I'm wrong, so let me know how you feel on this down below. Maybe they're overdoing it a little bit. Every new girl that gets introduced, Kara, it's fine. That was really funny. I was hoping that. Otherwise, I don't know. And the next time I want to see that is maybe with like an Alex or a Maggie or something. If she meets them, she probably won't. But maybe we need to ease the brakes off of that. I did like the Dominators. I understood their reasons in some ways of like, oh, the Earth is a threat. You see a lot in comics, Marvel or DC or anything. A lot of times aliens attack because Earth, as obviously the subject of many of the comic books, because we live on it, is unusual for how many superpowered beings it has. So it made sense that that's why they would want to come there and that they've seen that before. I wish we got more of a backstory, but I did like that overall, I wouldn't say reveal, but storyline. I did want to see more of them. It was probably a little drastic on their part that, oh, let's exterminate them, especially the metahumans, because they could pose a threat to us. But who's to say that kind of we wouldn't do the same thing on another planet? Human beings are pretty shitty, so we seen with that government official there going forward. I thought that was a great scene with Kara telling him off. Maybe they'll form now a DEO here on Earth 1. I think that could be an interesting thing going forward. I really did enjoy that, and that was a great scene for her. She doesn't even live here, and she was shutting him down. So I really did enjoy that. It was a little weird how, like, we just save and knocked out all the aliens in America, so that, like, that prompted all of them to then leave. So I guess that was just a way to, like, clean up the plot quicker. Did it, like, they're a hive mind? Did it, like, hurt the other ones, even though it was only on this ones? Did they just see what happened in America? I feel like if they saw what happened in the U.S., they would then have more retaliation and just start destroying all those other cities. They only had one bomb, so there's, like, a little bit of inconsistencies there, but I'm willing to forgive that. But overall, guys, that's kind of my thoughts here on Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 7, Invasion. Overall, I love this episode. I love the crossover in general. Despite my nitpicks, let me know what you liked and disliked about the episode, if you did. Is there any Easter eggs I missed? I can't believe I missed the whole of Justice in the Flash episode, how I did not notice that. So thanks for people pointing that out, and I've seen on other people's videos, so feel so stupid that I missed that. Let me know, kind of the interactions you liked. Did you like Oliver and Kara here? Did you like kind of the characters seeming to move forward, and Cisco and Barry and Oliver and John, maybe even Sarah? Did you like the whole fight in the end against the Dominators? Did you like the wrap-up, kind of the traveling to 1951? What did you think about that? What do you think it means going forward here with Stein's daughter and not telling the rest of the Legends team? Surprise, surprise. Are we going to have more crossovers here with Supergirl and with our characters here in general? It seems like that's what they were hinting at. Do you want something like that? I would assume you do, but let me know your feelings there down below. I guess what do you think of the whole Cisco storyline, because it's a pretty big point in this episode. Felicity was another character, really funny. She was really good in this episode, and she was kind of talking Cisco through it. So I actually really enjoyed her. So let me know where you stood, I guess, on her, and kind of any other thoughts, predictions, theories you have on the episode. Let me know them down below, including what we're going to do with this whole president situation now. Is she going to show up more? Are we going to address, is something going to happen in these shows now that the president got assassinated? Please let me know your thoughts there and anything else down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends of UB So Guy, and until next week of Legends, guys, for the mid-season finale. Thanks for watching.